away they go from the 1600 meter marker. Well in flight is right there, Captain Gambler, Persian Rug, Diamante is going around them. Premier Dance is further back, nobody's too keen to go. Then comes Tanami and Princess Farunia's the trailer. There's about 7 lengths from top to tail, and now Well in Flight takes it up by a length and a half. Diamante second, and then Captain Gambler, followed by Premier Dance and Persian Rug, and then Tanami and Princess Farunia's the trailer, and it's racing about 6 or 7 lengths off the leader. 1,000 meters to go, Well in Flight from Diamante and Captain Gambler, then Premier Dance and Persian Rug, and further back is Tanami. Princess Farunia's the trailer, is about 6 lengths from top to tail, and still Well in Flight. Captain Gambler's back in second position. At the rail we find Diamante, then Premier Dance, followed by Persian Rug, Princess Farunia and Tanami. About to swing into the home stretch, just over 500 to go, Well in Flight the leader, Captain Gambler. Premier Dance with the red sleeves now starts to move in, and then comes Diamante. Persian Rug is towards the outside. Well in Flight's the leader, Captain Gambler, Premier Dance. Persian Rug tries to run on as they come to the 200. Well in Flight still leads it from Captain Gambler and Premier Dance. On the outside is Persian Rug. It's still Well in Flight though, the last 100, and Well in Flight is still going on. Premier Dance comes late. I think Well in Flight held on from Premier Dance and then Captain Gambler, but it's very close up front. Well, either way, it's a 1-2 for the Dennis Dreyer yard. Well in Flight and Premier Dance. Premier Dance makes a late lunge on the outside. Well in Flight starts to drift in, and Premier Dance comes with one late lunge. I thought number 5 held on, but Premier Dance is very much alive as they come down to the line, and Well in Flight just holds on. So it's number 5 who wins it, second to number 1, Premier Dance. And then number 3, Captain Gambler. Persian Rug runs into the 4th position. One stride after the line, Premier Dance wins, but that doesn't count. Further back is Tanami. Toad favourite was number 3, Captain Gambler. We'll take a look at that head-on shortly. And then Premier Dance. So Well in Flight is the winner on the extreme left-hand side, and Premier Dance has got the red sleeves. That's 2 off the right-hand side, and you'll see Well in Flight, although now moving towards the right-hand side, starts to drift again towards the left. There we go. Would have been an unlucky loser, although Premier Dance and Captain Gambler also start to drift to the inside. But number 5 is the winner at 9.50. That is Well in Flight. The Just As Well for Bruce LaRue and Tiana's Herrica, bred by Bruce LaRue. Ian Sturgeon, back to the studio.
The Dennis Dreyer stable to the 4 again. Number 5, Well in Flight, and number 1, Premier Dance, crossing the post. Well in Flight holding on and keeping to the task at hand. Well done, Dennis. She's been a model of consistency, and she deserved the victory.
Yeah, she does. You know, she went off a little bit in Cape Town, but we sent her back to Bruce's, to the farm. And since her comeback, she hasn't run badly. And I think it was Ian or one of them said, Mr. Dreyer, I think this filly would be a bit better with blinkers. So, you know, you've got to be advised from the saddle. And maybe the blinkers did the trick. I thought he rode a cracker of a race. There was no pace. And she pinged the gates. And that's how top jocks must ride. Go out there, and I do think they went a little bit slow. But all credit to him. Bloody good ride. And the second filly, well, desperately unlucky. She was caught a little bit flat-footed just before they swung into the straight. And, you know, another stride, she wins it. But that's racing. That's how we go.
Enjoy the moment.
Thanks.
Let's get Ian Sturgeon, the winning pilot, and looking at Well in Flight. He's ridden her in her last couple of races, and just a little bit of equipment changes does the world of good.
Yeah, look, she's a lovely filly. She always shows a lot at home. She's got a stunning action, and today with the scoops, she jumped a lot more positively. You know, she has been a little bit slow at the gates a couple of times, so today the blinkers obviously helped her out, and she got to the front. and she was doing it all by herself. When I went through the 300, she gave me a nice kick, and she was looking around the last, but when you watch the head-on, you'll see she ran all over the course. If she committed to it more, she probably would have won easier. But fantastic win by the filly, and thanks very much, Mr. Dry and his owners.
Well done with this win. There's a horse called Viking Red coming up later. He's about 50-1 in the betting. I know he's got a couple of issues, but when he won and he showed a lot of ability, how's he doing and what sort of run would you expect?
Sheldon, I haven't worked him. He's, obviously I know him from the past. He's got a hell of a lot of ability. He's a lovely, big, strong animal. At 50-1, you got to have a small place bet at least, because he's got to have a chance. He really is a nice type of horse.
Type of horse that if he brings his A game, he could be concerned. Thanks for that.
Pleasure. Thanks, Sheldon.
Dennis Herrick is going to make the trip to the number 1 box worthwhile. And this is a horse with Bruce LaRue. You've enjoyed some good success.
Yes, thank you, Sheldon. I can tell you a good thank you to Ian. The way he was dictating in front, I knew the filly was going to run a big one today. And I just want to thank Dennis and my partner Bruce, who's in the Cape. Yeah.
We saw you at Scottsville the other day with Miss Sala, so you're enjoying the trips to Durban.
Absolutely. You can't get better than this.
Well done.
Thank you.
Well done to the winning connections. Number 5, Well in Flight. She's lived up to her name. She's kept up the momentum, and she'll find that number 1 check.